ChatGPT Plus is free for college students through May. Here's the thing. You've got a lot to do between now and then. Studying for finals, writing papers, trying to keep your life on track. And ChatGPT can help with all of it. It can quiz you for your econ exam, make a study guide from your French notes, plan out your meals and study breaks. It can get really specific on how you like to learn. It can even help you come up with ways to stop procrastinating. So from now until summer break, take advantage of all the ways ChatGPT can make your life easier. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. 3 couples, 4 vacations, a lot to unpack. Watch The 4 Seasons, a new series starring comedy favorites Tina Fey, Steve Carell, Will Forte, Coleman Domingo, and more in a hilarious and heartfelt love letter to long-term relationships. Based on the original Alan Alda film. Watch The 4 Seasons, May 1st, only on Netflix.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Welcome to Post Game Podcast. I'm your host, June, and I got my co-host, B. Foster, and welcome to this week's Central Division Showdown, where we get with our NBA, FFS, and NBA affiliates from the NBA Central Division. I got my boys here. I'll let them introduce themselves. I'll start with the Cleveland Cavaliers representative, my boy Tate. Introduce yourself to the people and let them know where they can find you. You muted.
Big fine already. No doubt. Fellas, what's happening? B Falls, June, Sports Life, Hip Hop, Zeke, Rick. What's happening, fellas? Man, I'm Tate from the That's Rather Cavalier podcast on FFSN. Check us out on the audio platform. We don't do much on YouTube as far as the Cavaliers go. But I'm going to go ahead and get it out the way for the fellas trying to let me have it. Even though it's not over, we got this last night, though. We got all this last night. So and for those of you listening on audio, I got a belt in my hand. we got plenty of that, but we didn't get it to the head. We got it, no Diddy, to the ass.
Well, that was a good intro there.
Good intro.
Sports Life and Hip Hop. Introduce yourself. Tell them where they can find you.
SLHH Pod on IG, Sports Life and Hip Hop on YouTube, Sports Life Hip Hop on TikTok, I believe. Mm-hmm. Just get back in the swing of things with TikTok.
Absolutely. And the better half of Post Game Podcast, B. Foster. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. This is B. Foster, the other half of Post Game Podcast. You can find us on all audio aggregators at Post Game Podcast. And obviously, if you're watching, you know that we're on Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube.
That is correct.
Did June say the better half or the richer half? What you say, June?
All the above.
He's better because he's rich. Wow. He's better because he's richer. It's all the same.
Okay.
Fellas, we've there's some basketball going on right now, and then before basketball, we had some lottery picks, and I want to get your take on the number one pick because we can talk for days, but we don't have time for that today. We can but I just want to talk about Dallas getting the number one pick, and we can start with you. I think we got a idea of where they're going to go. I want you to elaborate, if you can, on what that pick is going to be and how does that work for Dallas, or how it doesn't work for Dallas.
Yeah, man. I'm not even sure how Dallas got it. I was all set up to watch this, man, about 7:20. My wife asked me if I could ride to the automated cleaners with her, so she had to go by herself. It's getting dark out here on the east, man. I'm out here in DC. So I say, I'll ride with you. I gotta be back by 7:50 though, half hour. She go to a new cleaner. I didn't know. I didn't the cleaner that I wasn't familiar with. Further away, I wouldn't have went if I knew that. But that's why I was a few minutes late. So I didn't see the lottery. I got it on my phone. I was watching it before we left. They started at 7:30, I believe. There now, or was it 7:00? 7:30. That's when they came with the reveal. So I didn't see it. I saw it on my phone. I said, Dallas, how did Dallas get the number one pick though? How did they get it? Because they got that lucky. They didn't have nobody else pick. That was their. Yeah. Oh, they got lucky.
They put the coin with the Bulls because they had the same record as the Bulls. Not saying that.
Oh wow!
On the coin flip, we would have got first pick, but that's how it's saying because there was a coin flip with them and the Bulls. I forgot about that.
Okay, wow, no, I didn't know that. But so as far as the pick go, we all know who it's going to be. It's going to be Cooper Flag.
Do we know that,
man? Yeah, we know that, man.
Nico might have
unless they can trade the number one, and I wouldn't do this. Well, maybe I would if I'm Dallas. They can trade the number one pick and some assets to Milwaukee for Giannis.
State tax.
Giannis said that.
Say it again. Oh yeah, that part too. But I mean, you potentially put Giannis with AD and Kyrie, and now you cooking with fire again. So I didn't know how Dallas got number one pick, but we all know it's Cooper Flag one way or the other. He going number one. I don't care. Do we know? I don't know if he's gonna go to Dallas, but I know he's gonna go number one. That's what I do know.
Yeah, definitely. In my opinion, sports life and hip hop. What do you think about the Dallas being number one, and your thoughts?
Very very surprising that Nico Harrison now looks genius for getting rid of Luka, and he really has a formidable three. Cooper Flag doesn't even have to be asked a lot. He can grow his game, and we don't know. You're right. We don't know if Cooper Flag, but they have the option to draft him, and if you get Cooper Flag, he can develop in 2-3 years and then blossom, as opposed to putting the world on his shoulders in year one.
Yeah. Foster, what do you think?
Yeah, it creates an opportunity for AD to continue to play the 4 because you can play Flag at the 3 and then put Gafford or whoever you want at center. But I think it was certainly set up to where he didn't go anywhere weird like Utah or Charlotte. San Antonio would have just been unfair. But it certainly keeps Dallas in the driving seat. They don't have to go through any type of rebuild because obviously Kyrie is going to miss a vast majority of the year, I'm thinking. But yeah, it really works out for him. I don't see Nico doing anything weird with that because you don't want to trade the number one pick and mess it up all over again. Like that's just take
Safe
Cooper.
Bet. Safe bet. Yeah.
Yeah. And you got a new base of the franchise, which you wouldn't have thought considering the Dallas, damn near got into the playoffs. So
just call a spade, B. Foss. He made the Europeans happy again. That's all that's about.
Whoa.
Can I was going to ask y'all this. Do you think, and Paige has said, trading places rigged system. Do Do you think that this is a favor from Silver? Like, hey, thanks for trading Luka to a major market. We'll give you the number 1 pick.
Whoa, never thought of that. Yeah, I wasn't thinking along those lines.
Yeah, if for all those conspiracy theorists out there, you can look at it like that. Like Luka got traded for, allegedly the worst trade ever, and then in return he got the number 1 pick.
Well, with all of us believing that Cooper Flag would be the number 1 pick, let's go a step further. San Antonio has the 2nd pick. Now, it would have been a shame if they'd have got that number 1 pick. They were that close, right? Yeah. But looking at the prospects, what direction you think San Antonio will go? I don't know about a bunch about the prospects, but we'll start it off with Sports Life Hip Hop. What do you guys think? Which direction does San Antonio go?
What they don't need a center.
No.
Castle is what? 2?
Yeah.
The 2.
They got options though. You can easily
he was a point guard in college though.
Yeah, but you can flip it and take that number 2 and get Giannis. They got assets and they got players.
They can flip their pick.
They could flip that pick and say, "Yo, we'll take Giannis. We'll give you the number 2 pick." Yeah, Tim Lyons. The Spurs do have back-to-back ROTYs.
Yes,
they got Dylan Harper listed as potential 2nd pick. 6'6".
I think they just. I don't
from
think
Rutgers.
Yeah,
and
Ron Harper's son. Ron Harper's son.
And his teammate, the other kid from Rutgers, this
Wagner.
I think that's his name. Yeah,
power forward.
But for them, they got back-to-back rookie of the year. They don't need a rookie. If they could trade like Rick was saying, that'd be a win for them.
Yeah, they got the
future. They got a lot of assets too.
San Antonio might be one of those if they will
and might be a trade team right there.
Spurs culture.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but is it a good outside of the first 2 picks? I mean, maybe 2 or 3 picks. How's the overall draft class looking? I know last year wasn't to be desired as one of the, as a good class, but how does this class look?
Looks top heavy from what I
can see. Yeah. It's not too bad in the beginning, but towards the end.
Ace Bailey, Edgecombe.
But I'm not really a college watcher like that. I recognize a few names on there.
Will there be anybody at 37 for the Pistons? That's what that means. Let's just cut to the chase.
There'll be a warm body there, but
the mock draft has y'all drafting Chaz Lanier from Tennessee.
Oh, great.
He averaged 20 points.
That don't mean nothing in college.
Y'all can draft Johnny Broom. He's gonna be there at 37. He might be there at 57.
Who is Johnny Broom?
Boogie Flan. Y'all can get him. Boogie.
Is this? I want to ask y'all this. Is this good for the NBA?
What?
Dallas getting number 1, Spurs getting 2, and the Sixers getting 3. So Sixers are reloading with the team they already got, and they getting another.
And they picked and even played most of the year last year.
So now they.
Oh man, yeah, what's his name?
Maxey.
McCann.
Yeah, Jared.
Yeah, they're gonna be. I mean, if Embiid can do anything, which there's no guaranteeing that. I mean, I don't
come back now.
I don't believe in Paul George at this point, but
I don't even think it's motivation. My bad. I don't think it's motivation with Embiid. I think his body is really.
I think he's really got a health problem.
Yeah, I think so too.
As most 7-footers do.
I don't think that's no quick fix either. I don't know.
No. But yeah, I mean, I think the Spurs, the Spurs, you want to talk about culture, they have a rich culture of winning. So I guess and then I think
what we do know is the sorry teams getting the top picks, Charlotte or the Wizards or Utah.
Crazy.
None of them sorry jokers. They ain't getting no major help.
Yeah, the poor don't get poorer.
That's why I asked.
Had 4, right?
That's why I asked. Is it good? I mean, is it good for the NBA? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Washington was the worst team in the league. Was they the worst?
Utah got screwed. Utah was supposed to.
Washington getting 6 after that kind of year.
Yeah,
man.
Maybe that'll teach you not to tank.
I think that's what it is.
I don't think they changed. They just sorry though. They just sorry. All them teams that sorry was just sorry. I don't think
Washington
and Charlotte was sorry.
Bad. Charlotte has talent.
Yeah, Charlotte got more talent than Washington.
Just had injuries.
Who is Charlotte coach?
The young brother.
He was there.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Exactly. Charlotte's sorry.
Corey Lee.
Yeah. I mean, they got LaMelo Ball. I mean, I know LaMelo Ball plays half a year. Miller played.
He plays half a game too.
Yeah.
Meaning no defense at all.
Right. Yeah. He's only playing on one side. Yeah.
Yeah. And Miller was hurt for a lot of the year.
Yeah, Miller was hurt.
But
so can they be a playing team next year?
Whoa. Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's not.
If healthy, yeah.
Well, it's actually not that difficult to be a play-in team.
Ask the Bulls.
Yeah, only a handful of teams
Charlotte
can't make the play-in.
Probably lost 15 more games than the Bulls, didn't they?
Right.
They were trying to tank for Coop for Coop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Backfire.
That would have been ideal for him to stay right there in Carolina. After leaving.
Oh, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Not to the NBA though, because they sorry.
Yeah.
Charlotte had good teams, good players ever since their inception. They ain't never done nothing. Never
better than Toronto. Toronto was barely almost.
Toronto got a chip.
Toronto also is another team that has talent, though.
Yeah, Charlotte ain't better than them. And Philly was right above Charlotte, and they gonna be better this next year.
With everyone saying that Tim Lyons saying that it's rigged and Pay saying that it's rigged. What it looks like outside looking in. I'm not in the inner workings of the NBA, but it looks like if your organization is ran smoothly, ran appropriately, that they're going to give you what you want. So teams like the Bulls or the Jazz, Jazz are run good, but the Wizards, they're not going to give you what you want, or the Hornets, they're not run good. I mean, look at the top three teams that are in the lottery. That made the top. The Sixers, they run pretty good. The Spurs, of course, and then Dallas, they run. Nico Harrison, say what you want, but no one really complains about Dallas outside of that Luka trade. So.
Yeah, he made good moves before that.
Yeah, he made. Gafford, that was a good move. So
they still got AD back. Like everybody just act like AD's not an all-star. He's really good at basketball.
What? Yeah, when he top 75,
top 75.
Yeah.
Would Luka be 75?
Huh?
Would Luka be top 75?
I don't think he played enough by then.
Yeah, he ain't played enough. But AD is a top 75, and that's why it was the worst trade ever. I didn't get that. I wasn't on board with that.
Now, after them getting the first pick, I don't think you can say that no more.
But now
it's impossible. I think the whole thing that made that a thing was the age disparity.
Yeah,
the fact that Luka like 6 years younger than AD.
Yeah,
but
the age disparity, AD getting hurt immediately.
Yeah.
And immediately.
And then
Kyrie non-contact. He was just
right. And then Kyrie getting hurt right after that. I mean, it just
that was bad. That was bad.
That was the beginning of the plan going through.
Looking at Dallas team, if they keep Cooper, that's a tall team.
I think the fire Nico chance won't be around next season.
No,
they got the number one pick, bro. It's it's lit.
Dallas. All they have to do is be decent with the net, and Cooper all he has to do is be decent, and it's like we got a future.
I mean, we talk about him replacing Luka, but he's like Dirk Nowitzki too, though. He's 6'10", he can space the floor.
He's way more athletic than Dirk, though. Way more athletic.
Just say it before he's white. Yeah, that's all. He's white.
He's 6'10" and can space the floor.
Thanks, fellas, for keeping it real. I already said that go keep the Europeans happy.
He's way more athletic than Dirk. You don't even have a game like Dirk.
He's not a freak of nature, but
he's more athletic than you think.
Yeah. He pin shots to the backboard. He catch bodies. Did Dirk ever catch bodies?
No.
You're right. He got that step back.
Dirk don't do nothing like that. He ain't jumping over Mavs.
That's another thing about it being rigged. Both Dallas teams get the first pick. Come on, man.
Wait.
The Wings. Dallas Wings.
The Wings got Page.
Oh,
yeah.
Dallas get first pick. Oh,
Yeah.
It's up in Dallas. It's up.
And the lottery is like one of the most secretive things. Like they say, they be in a room with like the briefcase strapped to your handcuffed to your arm or some shit like that. Nobody really knows how it works. It's private. So it
sounds like a secret society initiation.
That's how they always hype it up to be like,
Yeah,
yo,
that thing started with the first one. You fellas might not have been around for the Patrick Ewing draft,
right?
But it started with that.
Frozen envelope,
and then LeBron going home to Cleveland. I mean,
Derrick Rose.
man.
That's how long the fix was.
Whoa, be false. Watch your mouth.
That was crazy how that
Mighty
worked.
funny how Derrick Rose did wind up in Chicago.
That was real.
Right, that part.
That wasn't rigged. Though.
Hey, watch your mouth. You know.
They tried to show y'all some love and bring y'all back too, because the NBA is better when Chicago is good, right?
Yeah.
We would like to think. Chicagoans would like to think.
Well, speaking of Chicago, let's talk about the Central Division. We do have two teams left in the playoffs from the Central Division, and that would be the Cavs and the Pacers. And yesterday, we have to talk about it. Pacers BTA to Cleveland. It was the craziest first half of basketball I've ever seen. It was very one-sided. Like, playoffs aren't supposed to be that way. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to give Tate the floor and talk about what happened. And I want Sports Life and Hip Hop to try to be reserved. Tate, it's on you.
Scouts on.
They should be reserved. They're already at home on the couch. They've been relaxing. So, why wouldn't they be reserved? They chilled out already. But I will say, man, it was just total domination. I mean, the Pacers came out and dominated the Cavaliers. Cavaliers from the first play of the game, Darius Garland turned it over from the jump ball, turned it over. Yeah. And that whole first half, it was turnovers, them knocking down every shot. I was sitting there saying, I can't even say what I was saying on here because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. None of us in trouble with the what is it, the FAA? Yeah, no, I'm talking about with the FCC. Yeah. I don't want to get in trouble with the FCC.
What is he spelling?
Right, I always get them mixed up, man.
They're just trying to have decorum there. That's all.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, man, I mean, they came out, the Cavs was sloppy, 22 turnovers for the game. They wasn't hitting shots at all. Donovan Mitchell didn't play the second half. Them boys just took it to us, got physical, picked up at half court. I mean, Garland kind of got a little bit of, as my sports life and hip hop and frustrated Chicago sports fans say, got lathered up a little bit, which could be a positive for Cleveland. Not that it means anything, but going into Game 5, he got some rec, got some time on the court. But yeah, man, Rick Carlisle just said go out and press them and just be dogs all game, and that's what they did. And Cleveland never responded. That whole DeAndre Hunter and Mathurin thing, I think really got Indiana more hyped than it did Cleveland. And yeah, they just total domination. I can't even say nothing else. Already brought the belt out in the opening block that said we got this. Yeah. So y'all already know where I stood with this. But now I'm ready to take my pain and go ahead and listen to Zeke and Rick, because I know Rick got some stuff to say. Even though Cleveland's still in the playoffs, I'm gonna record this for next week's show though. Between now and then, it'd be a comeback. So go ahead, Rick. Be careful with what you say, man.
Sports Life and Hip Hop. I need you guys to chime in on this series.
Hey, they had a slogan this year saying "Let them know." I mean, they let us know, all right, that they're going home in a gentleman's sweep. One player that you never mentioned, Tate, is Ty Jerome Rome. Like I was waiting on you to bring him up, and you never brought him up. Like you bigged him up. You put him up there saying he's better than Kobe White, which he's not. He's not better than Kobe.
I said that, and he got much. Even though he playing like trash in the playoffs, he got all-time better playoff statistics than Kobe White. All time.
So come on, Ty Jerome is not better than Kobe White, dude.
In the playoffs he is. In the playoffs he is.
Dude, the blood pressure is raising when you disrespect Kobe White like that. Ty Jerome Rome is not better than Kobe White.
He only took 3 shots, so.
Dude, he went 1 for 16 in one of the playoffs and added. It could be 1 for 14. The point is that he's a role player for a reason. He's a second-round pick for a reason. No one said, yo, it's draft night. Let's look at Ty Jerome. No one said that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I want to hear nothing about Ty Jerome next year. Not for the rest of this playoffs.
If he had a good playoffs, he'd be looking at a decent contract.
But man, Ty Jerome.
Yeah, he lost. He definitely lost money this playoffs. Yeah, he have. I mean, I gotta pump my brakes a little bit with Ty Jerome takes right now, but we'll see though. It's not over, Rick. He could. They could come back. We've known the Cavs come back from down 3-1 before.
Oh, okay.
And
then DeAndre Hunter.
I didn't like Garland bringing that up too either.
Yeah, man, relax. You weren't even around.
Yeah.
Man. You're not even that type of player. Yeah, we came from 3-1. You weren't even on that team.
He said this franchise.
The franchise. He still wasn't there.
Isn't he from Indiana? I think he's from Gary.
He is?
He is?
Oh, wow.
He's with us. That's what Indiana's thinking.
Man, but
yeah, I think he's from Gary. He don't really give you that Gary feel, but I'm pretty sure.
He from Gary, but he grew up in Nashville. They moved away when he was younger, but he's originally from Gary.
Right.
And the homie too. Thank y'all for the homie too, Max Strus. He's Chicago boy too, right?
Yeah.
He played for the Bulls. He played games.
He had a cup of coffee there.
And he played at DePaul, right?
Yeah, he played at DePaul.
Oh, they play Iowa State.
Who?
You
can have
Niang. I get them mixed up.
Niang is not Iowa State.
Are they not the same player, kind of?
No, Strus is athletic, dude.
Yeah,
Strus got a little bounce.
Yeah, Niang ain't dunking.
Yeah, he ain't dunking on him.
Strus got heat culture too. Strus has been in the finals.
All right, so DeAndre Hunter did the whole with Mathurin just because he got pushed, and then he did the whole, you got to think, and it backfired on him. He didn't think.
You like Mathurin. Let's put our bias out there first.
I do like Mathurin.
Just like B False look like my boy for the Knicks. You kind of look like Mathurin too. So, shut it down.
Mathurin, you know what I'm saying? He got and DeAndre Hunter is a mild-mannered guy, and he got him riled up, and then he hit them with the you think.
I'm shocked he didn't get a tech for that.
He did get a tech.
No, he didn't get thrown out.
Nah.
He pushed him. Dude punched him in the stomach or the midsection?
Something like that.
It's kind of crazy.
B. Foster.
Oh, my fault.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say real quick. I'm gonna wrap this up for us. What do you think of your coaching? I know y'all lost yesterday, but what's up with the coaching? What's up with the making adjustments?
Tate?
If y'all wonder why I keep doing, I'm eating my dinner at the same time. But,
we understand.
Hey, man, but nah, I mean, Cleveland got a good culture. I mean, because it was established by JB. Coach. They and Kenny Atkinson came in and added offense to it, added more X's and O's as far as the offensive side of the ball and defensive schematics. But the culture was helped being established really by JB. I got to give him credit for that. He's definitely a culture creator, establisher. But yeah, man, they just got to come. All you can do is worry about the next game. Next game is at home for the home crowd. Hopefully Donovan Mitchell comes back. I mean, I still believe Land. You know what I mean?
Let them know.
Believe Land.
Let them know.
Believe Land. Yeah, so we'll see, man. I mean, this time tomorrow we have a good idea about if we're going back to Nat.
B. Foster, you want to chime in on the series and what you saw yesterday and the series as a whole?
I actually thought that maneuver that Mathurin made was kind of a risky decision. It ended up working in their favor, but it just kind of goes to show, as I talked about before, that team is super. That team is super deep. Like they didn't miss a beat when he left, because it was pretty early. I want to say it was the first quarter. I mean, they were up a sizable amount, but at that time there was belief that they could get back in the game, and it just didn't get any better for them. And yeah, I mean, the only saving grace is that they do get to go back to Cleveland to try to get back on the right foot. But I mean, every game is a new game. I don't expect them to get blown out again like that. But we'll see early on in the game, because if they getting popped early, they might pack it up.
I was gonna say it depends on who's reffing tomorrow. If my co-host, he's all about the refs. If the extender, aka Foster, is reffing,
Scott Foster,
no relation to B Foster, then they're gonna extend the series. He's called the extender for a reason. Pause.
They both have a lot of money.
Said pause.
Right.
Man, we got some big conspiracy theories out here in Chicago. God damn. The draft set up.
That's his nickname.
Extender, pay over there saying the lottery was rigged and everything, man. What's in the water in the shot?
That's we know the lottery. Yeah, we know about that.
Lottery.
Well, let's take a quick break. If you are listening, you're going to hear some wonderful ads. If you're watching, give us about 10, 15 seconds. We'll be right back. And we're back. Tate, I just want to know, I heard you say it earlier, but let's get this for the record. Do you still believe in your team, and what does it take to turn this thing around? Down 3-1, that's a big expectation, to the way that's been going, to turn this series around. And it's going to, for your team to win, it's going to have to go 7. Going to have to beat these guys 3 games in a row. Do you believe, and what will it take?
Mic check. 1, 2. Are we recording? Hi, I'm Michelle Bernstein, an award-winning chef, restaurateur, and mom. I have a lot on my plate, including my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. That's why I was prescribed Cosentyx. It helps me move better.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for people 2 years of age and older with active psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some were fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
You're muted. It's another fine.
Damn, man. See, but you know what? I try and be courteous, though, when I hit the mute button. Some cats, you hear them doing all kinds of stuff in the background. So my fine is only out of me trying to make for a good production.
Yeah, I got you.
So, y'all don't got to call me out when I say something. Just be like, go to the mic or something, like, right.
I got you.
But nah, we kind of started to find over there with the homies and stuff. So I get it. I deserve a fine. But it's gonna take making shots, man. We gotta play like we's the second highest rated offense of all time in NBA history. We got to start. That's the thing, Rick. Don't look up like that. you can fact check me. Second highest rated all time offense. Check the facts. Go ahead, get your little Google thumbs out. Go ahead. But yeah, man, it's gonna take making shots. We need Donovan Mitchell to come with one of those Spider-Man performances and And Evan Mobley been playing decent. I mean, he got like 20 and 10, 18 and 9, you know. But we need him to get like 26 and 13. We need him to just step it up just a little bit. I mean, before last night, I don't even know what the final number was last night. We was owning the boards against Indiana. You can beat them on the boards. You just got to match their force, man. That's all you got to do is match it or exceed it and make shots, and they can win game 5. And once you win game 5, then you get back in it. You know, you go to Indiana. You know, if we can win this one, we can go back home for the deciding game. So you got to take it one game at a time. You can't look ahead. All you can do is play tomorrow night and play the best you can tomorrow, and everybody give max effort. The other guys typically play better at home. So maybe Ty Jerome show that he's better than Kobe White for one night again anyway. And, you know, we need Sam Merrill to hit some threes and just, you know, just a total team effort. Just them to play like we've seen them play throughout being a 65-win team.
Yeah. The crazy thing with Indiana, Halliburton he's not even killing. Like nobody on there is really dominating. It's like a well-balanced game.
You're right. It's everybody. That's what I said. Everybody last night, everybody effing hitting shots, man. I'm sitting there watching the game. My wife was like, what the, like, dude, to shoot Obi Toppin hitting threes. The Thomas Bryant hit a 3. Like, what is going on?
Obi Toppin had probably his best game as a pro. I mean,
he went to Dr. J on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was nice.
They had 3 guys over 20, but Halliburton was 11, 5, and 5. That wasn't really no. But then
they interviewed the center. I forget his name every single time.
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner had 20 points yesterday, but they interviewed him. And I'm like, no, I saw him hitting threes like crazy though. But it was like, that's it. That's all you had was 20.
He's about to get paid.
He had 3 guys that scored 20, but
was who? It was Miles Turner,
Siakam, and Toppin.
Oh, Siakam came out the ball too. That was one of the big early differences. Siakam was just having his way, and I don't know why they keep putting. He's matched up against. Who was he matched up against? There was Max Strus. He was getting Max Strus at first? He was matched up against Max Strus. He's getting the best of Max Strus.
Yeah, he had him on skates in the first quarter for
sure. Yeah, for sure. And that and the shot making and the lack of force and energy clearing came out where it just got ugly quick. I cut it off at halftime. Like literally, I said, man, I ain't watching this. That's what I said.
Yeah, I thought it was over at halftime.
Yeah, well, it was. I woke up and they cut it from 40 to 20. They lost by 20. I said, oh, Indiana was a poor day, guys. I mean, but yeah, but that's what it's going to take, June. One game at a time. You got to get game 5 more. That's it.
And about that, Donovan Mitchell, I want to know what his injury was. They say he re-aggravated his ankle injury. It didn't look that. I thought he got hurt in the first half, and then he went out to warm-ups to test it out. But they say he got hurt during warm-ups when he did that little step over him. He didn't really do much when he stepped and just stopped. They said that's when he got hurt. He's gonna be a game time decision.
You know, I said myself at halftime, and I said this in the Slack chat. You know, just pack it up. Like you down 41, you're not gonna come back. Rest your starters. And I guess if you have somebody like Mitchell who might have been a little bit injured, sit him down. You know, you're not coming back from this. You know, and then you got.
I think that's probably what happened. But Garland needed to get that lather though, so they went ahead and just let him wreck out. But you know, yeah, go ahead and sit the other guys and just look at what's going on. Start thinking about game 5. That's all you can do. Yeah. So I think Mitchell could have played, but the fact that he was down damn near 40 at halftime.
Now, if you're down 20 at halftime, you let him play, but you're down 41 now.
Yeah, Barkley brought that up. He said he wanted them to ask the coach if it would have been closer, would he have brought Donovan back? But nobody asked him.
Yeah, I believe you bring him back if you're down 20 instead of 40.
Right.
You're down 41 in this league. He could be done for. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like the odds are totally against you. So especially at half. You know. And like I said, they had a half where they were hitting everything, and Cleveland did nothing. They had 39 points for half. They usually get that about, they can get most of that in a quarter.
Cleveland had 38. Indy had 38 in the first quarter.
Yeah. And gave up 43 in the second.
They had 80 at halftime. Shit.
Yeah, 42 in the second. So it's crazy. It's crazy. We have another team in the East, and we'll talk about them. And they're playing right now, correct?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's the score of that game? Boston is playing the Knicks, and it's in New York. Game
62-51 at half.
Who's up?
Boston is up, of course.
Now, I gotta if Boston ties this series up, I kind of think the Knicks are in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of think the Knicks are in trouble because you had them.
Yeah.
And the way you won those first two games, it looked like you just couldn't get it done if you're at Boston. You were up both games, and you lose those games the first one in overtime and the other one, in the closing minutes of the fourth quarter. And you got them on the ropes. You got them thinking. You got them down on yourselves. And then you go in game 3 and you just lay an egg in New York, and they're bombing. And now if you lose this game, Boston is scoring a field goal. Yeah. It's 0-0 going back to Boston.
Yeah.
Some stats that at halftime, Boston is hitting 12 for 24, 50% from 3-point percentage.
Yeah.
So you knew they weren't gonna be cold for 4 games or 3 games. Also, Jason Tatum erupted for 20 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists at half. So he's definitely being inserted himself another pause for, as a top.
It's asserted, so you wouldn't get pause if you said the right word. Asserted himself.
Asserted himself. Not my bad. Asserted himself. Insert. I did say that. That won't get edited, of course.
Let's get the studio people to dump that. Dump that part. Yeah. Could be edited.
Yeah, right. Not with that. But yeah, so it looks like that. It looks like Boston is back to form.
And I think one of the big things is that Porzingis didn't he miss the first couple of games with a sickness or something like that?
Played the first couple.
He didn't play much.
He didn't play much. He
came off the bench, I believe, in game 2 or 3.
Okay,
he didn't start. But to pay, we talked about this. That's why Jason Tatum shoots threes, because he can. He was talking about Jason Tatum 7 foot. He don't be doing. Man, he's an all around player. You don't ever say that when KD 7 foot tail shooting 3-pointer. I mean, you just hating because he's from Duke. Pay got a lot of hate inside of him, man. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers, anybody from Duke, just all that. But yeah, Jason Tatum's probably top 5, but easy top 10. So
yeah,
he's top 10. And he's better than Jaylen Brown. Pace even think Jaylen Brown's a guy on that team. I don't know what we even talking about.
I'm sorry, my fault. I was telling my coach, I think that Tatum is one of the most laid back superstars you can have. Like, he doesn't really cry for the ball, or he's not a locker room destroyer or anything like that. Like, he's a pretty mild mannered superstar, low maintenance superstar.
Yeah, and I think that works for him and against him. Probably, I think if he was, I think you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you're too vocal, you're hated for that too. So, yeah.
Super laid back, and he still get a bunch of technical fouls for doing not even as much as Draymond do.
Yeah,
he clap his hands and get a tech.
Well, that's just them pushing the angry black man. Hey, don't use that card for the silliness that you do on the court, man.
I completely
agree. That for when we need it, okay?
Yeah. We're going to need that soon. So
and he's from Michigan, but it's like, come
on. Sagging off.
Put that card in your back pocket. We'll use it at some other time.
He don't even get access to the card. Like, you messing it up. Maxing out the card on BS.
Nah. Well, I think the best series in the NBA is the Denver and OKC, and I think they're at 2-2. Correct?
Yeah, they going back and forth.
Yeah, they're going back and forth. Sports, life, and hip hop. What do you think about that series there?
That moment when you realize your skincare is actually working. That's Rodan and Fields, the #1 female dermatologist-founded skincare brand in the U.S. Designed by 2 dermatologists who don't just know women's skin, they know how to formulate for it. Rodan and Fields, love what you see. Tap the banner or visit rodanandfields.com/Spotify to get your exclusive welcome offer.
They putting a lot on Joker, man. They touching him up. He not playing as good as he usually do. A lot of them shots in the paint he usually hit, they not falling. He not getting a lot of assists. I think he got more turnovers than assists. I think. So yeah, they taking him out of his comfort zone. It ain't really. I think he could bounce back. I don't think it's over, but he's not looking like his usual self in these games so far.
I'm gonna tell you that first game he had 42 and 22, and I said, "Oh, OKC is in trouble."
Yeah,
if he has his way like this, they're in trouble. And whatever adjustments they did, and he's having a time. He's having a time. Let's see.
You think it has anything to do with fatigue?
You know what? He's the most unathletic person in the league. Plays in Denver, but yet I've seen him bring the ball up in the fourth quarter. Like they give him the ball to bring up. Yeah. Like any other big man, they'll get to they're the last one to cross, and they're trying to catch their breath in the fourth quarter. Right. And he's active. So I don't think it's fatigue. I think it's more OKC got a bunch of YNs, man. And they just rotate. They play 8 or 9 deep, and it's going to be tough because it looks like when you play Denver, you got 2 things. You got Joker, and then most times you have Jamal Murray, and then there's this year. If Bron steps up, cool. The other guy's hurt. With the shoulder patch on, I forget his name.
Porter Jr.
Porter, yeah.
So he's not.
He had a big game too, though. One of them, though. Yeah, he out there.
Yeah,
Gordon balling too, though.
Yeah,
Gordon has stepped up, but it's like, OKC is just. I looked at their roster. They're a very deep team, and I think, and we was talking about, I don't want to jump the subject, but I'll get to you and hold that thought about them having a deep team because I have a theory. But Tate, what do you think about this series?
It's been a really competitive series outside game 2 when OKC blew their doors off, but it's been the best one to watch going down the stretch. They doing the same thing getting done to Joker, getting done to Shea though. Shea had no great shooting series where he balling out and stuff. So both, and I wonder why yesterday they played the Cavs and Pacers in prime time, but then I thought about it, well, because ABC, the big dog, ABC ESPN, they wanted Joker and Shea on their game. So they picked that, and that just bumped the Cavs Pacers to TNT. But yeah, man. So it's a competitive series. I think Joker, other guys just got to step up. They gearing up to stop Joker. So Jamal Murray got to do his thing. If Porter can come back and have a game like he did in game 3, where he made 6 threes, had 22 points or something like that. Where he gave his team enough. I think they'd be all right. But this series go either way. 3 games left, 2-2. I think whoever wins this next game that's in OKC will have a chokehold on the series, so to speak. No Diddy chokehold is anything.
You're good.
Like that.
You're good.
That should be kind of PG for sports life and hip hop.
Paul Client says you're good.
Okay.
I noticed with Joker too. Well, OKC, they're letting him have that three, and we all know that one of Joker's weakness is his jump shot, his 3-point shot, but he hasn't hit at all. Like Joker going 7 for 22 yesterday is, that doesn't happen. So they're letting him shoot that jump shot, and they're making him uncomfortable. And when you're able to throw three different defenders at him, i.e., Chet, Isaiah Hartenstein, and who else are they throwing at him? Jay Williams. They throwing Jay. Like you got three different guys that you have to try to score on. So they got bodies. I think one of y'all mentioned that they got bodies to throw at him, and like you said, they are pretty. They're deep. They're a deep team.
B. Foster, have you had a chance to watch the series? What do you think?
A little bit. I think it's pretty much going as planned as far as, they look going into it. It seemed like they were pretty evenly matched team, but with obviously SGA and Jokic being the two, obvious two best players in the series. But I think one name that we haven't talked about is Russell Westbrook. He had a couple games with good stats anyways, because obviously in the second game, they got beat pretty bad, but he's a guy that, although he's older, he forever has that YN energy. He's always gonna have that fire, and he's still one of the more physically gifted and athletic guys out on the court, despite where he's at in his career. So he could possibly be an X factor as well as the series. Of course, he's got all the experience in the world. He's going up against his one of his former teams as well. So he's only got a couple more years to fight for that ring that he's been chasing. So
I'm low key rooting for Denver for that reason. I want to see Russ get a ring, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know if it's gonna happen, but
did y'all see the scouting report for Russ? They said, yo, he's out of control, and then they said, shoot that jump shot, he's with us. I'm like, man, they must have been watching our podcast.
Hey, man, I don't know, man. That sound too much like us to be.
Yeah, I'm like, man, he biting our whole style, man. But
let Russ shoot.
That Russ there, let him shoot. He with us.
Got to hit a couple for you.
He definitely with us. You can have that corner shot. Shoot that.
Yeah,
he'd make that shot in crunch time though. He has a couple times.
Oh well, if you're in a scheme, I'm letting him shoot that off. In a scheme tape, I get what you're saying, but he can. I'd rather lose to that.
He's got to be the one.
Yeah.
That he has to be the one taking the shot.
Yeah, you can have
to
that.
beat my team. Yeah.
And if you lose, hats off.
Russ go 1 for 6, and that one is the one.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah, I'm walking up like LeBron before the horn sound. I'm out, man. Hey, shout out, Russ.
We got one more game, and we one more series to talk about, and that's the Minnesota Timberwolves versus Golden State. And I believe that series. What's the count on that? Is it 3-1?
2-1 Minnesota.
It's 2-1, and Steph is out. Tate, what's going on with their series?
Golden State took the first one, took it to him, but Steph didn't even play a lot that game. I think that was when Steph was initially hurt in game one, and Golden State rallied behind that injury, and they were able to go ahead and steal game one in Minnesota. Then since then, and I picked Minnesota in this series, even when Steph playing. So it's not no surprise to me. They just are more physical with Rudy and Randall. I mean, Draymond Green physicality come from his talking and bumping his gums. He really can't do nothing with Julius Randle when Randall want to face him up or take him down on the block. He can't do nothing with him. They don't have no bigs that can affect Rudy Gobert. It's not quite as bad as it was with the Lakers, but Golden State pretty much in the same position. And Ant's not playing well, but he's still getting 15 and 8 and, getting some steals on defense. So their best player hasn't even played well, and they up 2-1. So I foresee them, Minnesota, winning tonight and taking control, putting a chokehold on that series, going 3-1.
B. Foster.
Yeah, I pretty much share that sentiment. After that first game, I was like, oh, okay. made me think about it a little bit, but especially with Jimmy Butler, of course, he's a great playoff performer. But yeah, I mean, I think Golden State just has too many miscellaneous dudes. I mean, they got some dudes that it's like, is that dude like the gym teacher down the street? Like, where are they getting these guys with
dude with the mustache? I think they
like,
got him
bro,
out the first front row and said, "Here, put on a jersey."
I don't like where y'all going with that.
Hey.
He's a lacrosse guy.
I don't like where you're going with that.
Hey,
the dude with the mustache.
You selling the pop? Get over here. Put this jersey.
Man, the dude with the mustache, like they pulled him off a porn set for real.
See, wow. Yeah.
I'm not
Rick, Zeke.
yeah.
Can you tell us about this? Can you tell us how you feel about this series, man?
I think even if it goes 7, I think if it goes 7, there's a slight chance Steph might come back, but that you got to be careful with that hamstring, man. You don't want to push it.
Right.
He's got to rest, and the only way to get better with that is rest. You can't massage that out or nothing. Pause. But yeah, the other guys for Golden State.
Ooh, that's a big one.
No Watson.
That joker said massage it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kuminga,
no merchant on that. No merchant.
Kuminga finally stepped up, but it still wasn't enough. You got to get more from the other guys, man. Pajemskis and Buddy Hield got to start shooting again.
Yeah, Buddy, you just can't depend on Buddy from day to day.
Yeah, he's a shooter. I don't get how he be off that much.
Because he's
He's
streaky.
an erratic shooter. Yeah, streaky.
Yeah, just streaky as hell.
It's funny that you bring up Kuminga, and what I noticed, and Foster brought it up earlier, is that it's a mix and match, and it looks like Kuminga cannot play with Curry. Now, when Curry's not there, he's able to get his swerve on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Above the rim reference. He's able to get his swerve on and let his wings fly and play ball. But when Curry's out there, he looked lost. So it tells me that he obviously he's not a shooter, but he's athletic to be in the league, and he's got potential. But he can't play with Steph Curry. That's what I saw. Another thing.
Yeah. Let's see. There's one more thing I want to talk about, and then we can get out of here. One last thought. Earlier this week, I don't know when he said, maybe a day or so ago, maybe might have been yesterday. Giannis stated he was open to be traded, right? And that point I made earlier about OKC and a bunch of pieces, I think the recipient if there was a trade to happen, that the team that would have to give up a little bit. They have to give up some players, and I think there's 2 teams in the West that have enough young players to make that trade advertising, and I think that those teams are Houston and OKC. San Antonio close third. As far as assets and being able to trade for them. But what my question is for everybody on the panel is, what is the likelihood of Giannis leaving, and where do you think he can land? And Foster, we'll start with you.
Well, I think they have one more year of control with him, and then he has a player option, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 1 or 2 more years
left.
Yeah, so I mean, we know that Lillard's not coming back. We know that Kuzma is exactly who we thought he was. So you might as well maximize. What you can get out of the situation now, and just move him. The fact that he's publicly come out and say that he's open to it. That's kind of the beginning of the end in my eyes.
Dipping his toe in there.
Right. Just letting it be known. Hey, y'all. But who you said? OKC. Who was the other teams you said were the most?
I said Houston.
I think that Houston's got a ton of young players. They kind of got too many
That deal has to be really sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna have. Yeah, it's gonna have to be. But I think Houston would be a good look for them. I mean, would be a nice spot for them. I think they talked about Spurs. They obviously got a couple lottery picks this year. I think they could speed up their situation pretty quick. It just kind of depends on how hard of a bargain they're trying to push. Because I think they could probably get like a. I had a bad feeling. Because they could probably get. Do you think they could get a Steph Castle for Giannis?
No.
Why not?
They could.
They got a good draft pick.
They could.
I mean, they got guards for they got De'Aaron Fox. They're gonna have two more. Yeah.
So
I give up De'Aaron Fox and the number two pick.
You're gonna get rid of Fox that quick?
Yeah, I can. If I got Giannis and Wemby and Castle, I can find me a point guard to run stuff. I don't need him to be De'Aaron Fox.
That's why I say he's young, and
You said Fox is young?
No. Castle, you don't give. That's why I said no. Castle wouldn't be in that deal.
Gotta sweeten the deal somehow, though.
You do have to.
You have to, and also you have to. I'm sorry, June. You also have to have the salaries match. These salaries so someone has to make money in order to trade for Giannis. So you got to put a big money guy in there, and that's why I was telling Zeke earlier this week. And I think this is out of the norm, and obviously the series is going a little bit longer than we expected. But I remember hearing that Boston is going to blow this team up, regardless of what happens at the end of this year. And salary cap wise, they're playing like 7 dudes top dollar. So if I was Milwaukee, I would pick up the phone and call Boston and see if I can get a Jaylen Brown and a Pritchard and some picks. That would definitely. And I thought it because Boston is breaking this team up. No matter what you say, they're going to break this team up. They're paying way too much. So. Where I know Houston's got a lot, and I know that the Spurs have a lot, but Boston, you can actually make a trade with them, and you can have a potential superstar to rebuild. And you would Brown and a Pritchard and some picks. I don't see how you turn that down.
Yeah, because Brown is you immediately get another viable 1A option. I mean, according to Pay, he's better than Tatum, right?
and Tatum and Giannis is very formidable. That's a good tandem. Yeah. And Milwaukee would win too, starting off with Pritchard and a Brown and some picks. I don't know. You can edit. I'm not aware of what picks Milwaukee has.
They don't have any.
They don't have any.
Yeah, they don't have any.
They can't give up everything and just be trash and tank. I don't think they got picks for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Then
that deal has to be really, really sweet for them to trade Giannis.
Yeah, you know what? In the door,
they gotta get something back.
We were talking
unless Giannis put pressure on him, say I want out of here.
He's not going to do it. I don't think he's going to do that. I don't even think that's the personality.
I think he's the type.
We keep giving him credit, like he's just like I don't want no trouble. But
I think that's how he is.
I think that's how he is.
He ain't gonna come out on Twitter and IG like
but he building up to it. Yeah. Right now, he's open. I'm open to it.
This is the beginning.
Now, I'm letting y'all know I'm open. Now, if stuff don't start happening by August, September, I want out.
Yeah, that's not to say that behind the scenes he ain't pushing nobody in the corner.
Like, he kind of did this before, but then they made trades. They got Drew Holiday, and he's kind of on the fence again, and they got Dame. So, but now it's the future looking bleak, man.
And then Houston has that. So Phoenix didn't even get to keep that. Obviously they were awful this year and still only got the number 10 pick. But Houston has that pick. So Houston now has a whatever their pick is because they're in the playoffs. And then they also have a number 10 pick that they got from Phoenix. So they got something to work with alongside Tari Eason and Cam Whitmore and Jalen Green and Sengun. They got some stuff to work with.
You would trade Sengun? I know you got to give up somebody.
That deal got to be sweet.
Yeah, I know.
It has to be.
I know.
I mean, you trading Sengun for Giannis. Look what you're getting back.
No, I understand that. Like you don't want the the thing about trading for a Giannis, you don't want your cupboard to be bare. You don't want to just be left with Fred VanVleet. Just Fred VanVleet.
Van Fleet.
They got Thompson. They got your boy Jabari Smith. They got some players.
Yeah.
It's about fit. Giannis can step right in and put up 26 and 12 and forget Sengun.
Yeah. No. For sure.
They're going to surround him with so many defensive players. You got Tari Eason can literally guard anybody on the court. I mean,
I think he would be part of the trade, to be honest.
He might be. Yeah. Or Jabari Smith could go.
Yeah, Jabari. I can see Jabari.
I mean, ideally, Houston would love to give up Jabari. Well, I can't
say so as a trade, are you giving up Sengun and Jalen Green?
I'm not giving up both, but one.
No, you can't give. Yeah, you probably can't. Yeah, that's too much.
Me personally,
Milwaukee probably asked for both.
Why wouldn't they?
Your second option is what, Amen Thompson. I mean, he's developing. He's getting there, but he's not.
I ain't giving.
Yeah,
they're not.
I wouldn't.
No, he's off the table.
Y'all Thompson too. I wouldn't trade no Thompson. Your last name Thompson, and it start with your first name start with an A. I ain't trading you.
I'm just saying he's not a true number 2 yet. Like if you give up Jalen Green,
he will.
They're not giving
no, that's off the table. There's no way.
Oh, see, I give up Jalen Green and Sengun for Giannis.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you getting Giannis, who's
if that gets it done, and I got to give up one pick, I'm with that.
No. You giving up more than one pick. Yeah, you giving up more.
If you give up Jalen Green,
he's a top.
Dude, that's a top 3 player in the world.
Yeah, you're right. They said
you gotta, like June said, you gotta sweeten that pot.
But you know what though? Those blockbuster trades, the one giving up the star always gets screwed. I feel like you look at it like that's it. Like everybody thinks, oh, why did my team do that? Like it's always what it looks like. But
well, Tate, I didn't give you a chance to answer the question. Likely destinations for Giannis if there is a trade or scenario.
I got to trade everybody ain't thinking about talking about.
I'm
willing to give up Darius Garland and Jared Allen.
Jared Allen?
He's an all-star winner. Darius Garland an all-star. I'm saying I would give. And the thing is, Milwaukee needs to go young. Darius Garland 24, Jared Allen 26. You throw in the potential of Imani Bates with a pick or two.
Imani Bates don't even play, bro. Come on, man.
But he got upside. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I ain't saying it's realistic. I'm saying the idea nobody talking about.
Don't tie Jerome Rome in there. Don't tie Jerome Rome.
You can have him. He's free agent, though. That's why I ain't give him up. You can go ahead and get Okoro. You can get just about whoever you
trash.
Jared Allen. I know he's only 26, but he looks like he's like 30. So I just feel like plus. So it's like
his style definitely 36. You know what I mean?
Baggy jeans and long button ups. Like
just warm ups. Yeah, they still trash too.
Giannis is in the driver's seat of this trade, no matter what. Though he don't want to go nowhere where you gotta work too hard. Like I'm sure he wants the team to be good already and just need him to take it over the top.
Right. That's what he wants.
I'm glad I didn't hear no Laker talk, man. Just I don't want to see Giannis at the Lakers, man.
No,
I'm not trying.
I don't.
They be the type to get it done for Reeves and in a second round pick.
I wonder why.
You know how they do.
Reeves definitely
conspiracy. If he go to the Lakers.
Man,
if he go to the Lakers, Bron out of there.
What?
Why you say that?
What do you mean?
I ain't saying they trade him. Bron got a option. Bron will leave if they want Giannis.
Why would he want to though?
Why would he want to leave? He's trying to get up there with
trying to get that chip.
The Lakers ain't finna do it. He can go somewhere else and to get a better chance than with the Lakers.
With Giannis,
with Luka and.
Oh well, that's what I'm saying. I'm suggesting that can't work, man. You can't have $360 million guys.
LeBron can play for free for real if he really wants.
No, but LeBron already didn't take his $52 million player option because he could take him to the top. I bet LeBron grade get 2 years, 120 when he gets contract.
Yeah, LeBron got a player option.
This is
for 52 that he didn't accept. So he grade take him to the top.
Yeah,
okay, y'all bring Luka here like he the guy. All right, I want 60.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm 41 and I want 60.
I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, that concludes our show. We can go around the room and you can tell. Well, we already talked about where you can find them. You know, I mean, but go ahead, Tate. Tell them where they can find you.
Again, that's Rather Cavalier Podcast on the audio side. Fans First Sports Network for all of us, but mine is That's Rather Cavalier Podcast. Check it out. You definitely hear this show. You probably might not haven't heard anything else since last week. This show, but it's because my whole squad just left on me, man. Like they went on strike back in the mid-season. And it hadn't been the same. I've been busy with all the other podcasts and stuff, but we definitely gonna get that thing back running full go again during the off season. But still, check us out, man. Support us. Give a thumbs up. Give a like. Give a follow. Whatever it is you give to get the algorithms up, do that. And June, like the homie Pay, got some hate in his heart too. It's hate for LeBron. Some players just trigger stuff in individuals, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, right now, it's Tyrese Halliburton, but June and LeBron, Payne, anybody from Duke and Aaron Rodgers, B. False. I don't got your trigger yet. I'm gonna figure it out though.
I'll tell you after the show. He doesn't like Miles Bridges too much.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? He's made that.
That's Cal. Zeke, Rick, tell them where they can find you.
Sports Life and Hip Hop, YouTube, SLHH Pod on IG, Sports Life Hip Hop on TikTok. We all around, man.
Yeah, find us.
Hey, June, can I say one more thing I forgot to say, man?
Absolutely, sir.
This Sunday on the Know-It-Alls, we're gonna have Flash the Kid on from the Savannah Bananas baseball team. He's gonna be our guest on the Know-It-Alls podcast. He just did the Pivot podcast, so that banana ball baseball is getting big and stuff. No, Diddy. It's growing.
Hey, how y'all get that guest, man?
Pause.
His dad is my brother-in-law.
Connected.
Cheat code.
Connected.
His dad, my brother-in-law, Dennis Mitchell. His dad is actually one of the USA track coach. He's Sha'Carri Richardson coach. He coached Justin Gatlin, and he's a Nike coach. So. And my sister-in-law is an Olympian too. She used to run the hurdles.
That's the Nike connect I see in the background. Okay.
Look at that.
All right, man. I'm done talking, man.
Yeah. We see you. We see you.
A lot of Nike back there.
Yeah. He got a contract.
Very uniform.
Yeah, we see you, Tate. We see you.
Nah, but that's so he gonna be on the podcast this week, you know. And that baseball league is growing. They sold out state. They recently sold out Clemson's Death Valley. They were just down in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters playing baseball.
On Sports Center, dude did like a backflip catch.
Yeah,
and that's regular. They do that.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Don't they be dancing and stuff?
They do.
The umpire.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And it's timed innings, so you know it's not like you gotta get 3 hours. The innings is time to keep the game moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were just on ESPN too. The Friday night, I believe, Saturday night maybe. So yeah, it's growing. But check out the Know-It-Alls this Sunday. He'll be our guest.
All right, B. Foster, what you got going on?
Can't follow that up, man. It's just, hey, just me and Coach every Sunday. The Tigers are doing very well. I think they won 14-2 today. So we handling business, bouncing back from a little bit of a shaky weekend. But yeah, the NBA lottery starts the beginning of our NBA draft profile segment. So we should be getting that kicking off pretty soon. And the NFL draft is not the NFL draft.
Oh, wow.
The schedule is coming out Wednesday night. So if it's out in time, I think they're starting to leak things slowly but surely. So we'll, of course, find something to talk about. NFL minicap is going on as well. But I think we host that show too. No. Do we?
It's our turn, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back on Bleachers to Speakers. So please subscribe to the channel because we got a lot coming up.
Yeah, I'll follow that up with asking everyone to subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube, and make sure you follow us on all the aggregators for your audio fix. Make sure you download those episodes. Fellas, we've had a great show. I want to thank you guys for your time. My boy just chimed in. Mr. My City. What up, though?
Knicks update. Boston 83, Knicks 79, 2:40 left in the third quarter.
Let's get out of there and catch the rest of that game. Fellas, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube. Let me find the music because there we go. We out.